What's up, guys? This is Ian here, bringing you the first playoff picture of Season 3. There should have been one last week, but I didn't see the mathematical, uh, I didn't see what was going to happen. So, um, unfortunately, I missed something, but that's fine because we'll cover it in this episode, and then we'll cover it in every other episode as well. So there has been a team that is eliminated mathematically, and we will get to that when we get to it. Um, there are 2 slides missing. That's only because this is the first episode, and they will be included in future episodes. So don't worry about that. But there you go. Let's hop right into things here. Playoff picture. This is a series dedicated to talking about playoff clinching and elimination scenarios as we head into the back half. So there will be week 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh no, sorry. This is one for week 8. Yeah, so there's gonna be 5 episodes of this, and I'll cover it each week, unless there's no clinching and elimination scenarios. Then I probably just won't, because there won't be any reason to. But as we get into some teams having clinching and elimination scenarios, it should continue for the rest of the season, unless week 12 doesn't matter at all, which it's actually kind of possible that it might. So let's go right into things here. First up, these are the playoff seeding rules. This has been changed since last season, so please pay attention. Division winners automatically make playoffs. That wasn't changed. The next best records will take the final 2 playoff spots. That was not changed. There's a rule in here that I haven't talked about yet, but this is something we changed this season. The top team from each conference, aka the better of the division winners from each conference, will get their pick of who they want to play in the first round. So which of the 2 wildcards from the other conference they would like to play in the first round. The other division winner will get the wildcard that was not chosen as their matchup. Placing is determined based on number of wins. This is first. Differential is second. Head-to-head record third. Notice that we took out conference wins. This is because as we moved into a 16-team season, I did not want to make this a 15-week league, so not everybody plays everybody. That's just how it rolls out. There are 3 teams that everyone doesn't play. It's different for each team, obviously. If there's still a tiebreaker match will have to be played. It's possible that there will be a tie between 2 teams that don't play each other the entire season. And if that happens, then a tiebreaker match has to be played to get the head-to-head get the head-to-head record tiebreaker, and that would not count for stats for the Pokemon. It would only count to break a tie. So that's the change, is that we took out conference wins because, again, head-to-head record and teams don't play each other. It's still on the dock, but that has been taken off for next season as we continue with 16 teams. I don't want that as part of the season. So the current standings, this is how it lays out based on each division. New Meva division, I'm in first by differential. I have 6 differential points on Jamesy. We both have 5 conference wins each. I believe I've hit the max in terms of conference wins because I've played everyone in the conference already, and Jamesy has 1 more conference game to go. So he could potentially hit 6 conference wins. Again, that doesn't mean anything. It's just the head-to-head tiebreaker. Essentially, that would mean that he has played every single team in the conference, and he would have only lost to one of them. He has 2 games left in the conference, so he's still yet to play 2 teams in the conference, and those are very important ones in terms of wildcard positioning. Austin, the Atlantis Raptors, falling way back 2-6 minus 19, and Magic and the Snowpoint City Blizzard unfortunately have been eliminated. And I wasn't going to talk about this yet, but I am now because I realized I just put the X on this and I deleted the slide saying X or whatever. So whatever. Z means they've clinched division. Y means they clinched playoffs. X means they're eliminated. That's what it means for Magic there. Unfortunately, he was eliminated from competition. He's only at 1 win. The playoff basement right now is at 6 wins, and there's only 4 weeks to go, so he cannot make playoffs anymore. The Accumula division, Tampa Bay Weasels and Adelaide Overheat fighting it out over there. They each have to play a bunch of inter-conference matches to finish up the season here. They have a game against each other as well. So right now, Jed is sitting in the wildcard spot, and Ben is sitting in the division spot, and Ben would get his choice of the wildcard from the other conference, but that could definitely change very easily. Shade and the Calgary Talon Flames very much in the playoff hunt still, although on the outside now. And then Dom and the Cleveland Cavaliers, again, fighting for relegation, fighting for his life against relegation with Austin and Magic over there. The Dispersed Division, Cade is 8-0 plus 32 with 7 conference wins. That just means he's played everybody else in the conference, and he has the head-to-head tiebreaker against all of them. So If he ends up tied somehow and wins in differential with somebody else, he always holds the head-to-head tiebreaker, which means he will always win a tie, getting very, very close to being able to clinch uh, not only his playoff spot, not only his division playoff spot, but first in the entire conference and his choice of his playoff opponent. Flock C division there. Oh, sorry, skip by some people here. Hayden sitting in a playoff spot currently, 5-3 plus 3. Hamu working his way up on a 3-game win streak now, 3-5 minus 3, and then Ace winless still, looking for his first win of the season. Hopefully, he'll grab one in the next 4 weeks, although not against me. Jay in the UNC Wingles, 5-3 plus 19, currently sitting in second, and Tiff in the Calgary Flareons, 4-4 plus 1, currently sitting in fourth. Mortal in the Philadelphia Pichus picking up another win, moving himself above Matt and the Green Bay Glaspods, which is not something I thought I would ever say, but Matt seems to be on sort of the outs of the Pokemon community in general. So, don't be surprised if you guys don't see Matt back next season. I'm really hoping we can get him back next season, but if he doesn't want to return, then he doesn't want to return. So we'll get to that when next season starts, I guess. But there you go. That's the current standings, and this is how it lays out based on conferences. So in general, it will always be the top four. That has not always happened, but it could be the top four there. Just because it may be a scenario where there's four teams in one division, all better than another division, but the whole reason for having divisions is that somebody gets out of the division. That's the whole idea between it. In the future, we may move to a no conferences at all, and only have everybody together, just all 16 people fighting for the top 8 spots. That could very well be a thing. Excuse me. If that was the case today, I still believe it would play out the exact same, but there you go. Not much to talk about here. It's really just a summary of what we talked about in the other one. Notable things here is that Magic and Ace are both still in the position since the midseason recap where they would both be relegated into the minors division next season based on having the two lowest records. So there you go. Jed in the Adelaide Overheat, he can clinch with a win and the Calgary Talonflames losing. This is because he would then hit 8 wins, and the next best team outside of playoffs would only still be at 4 with 3 weeks to go. So if that's the case, then that's the case. If Shade wins and Jed wins, then Jed cannot clinch. Because then it's still he would only have a 3-win advantage like he does now. So he needs that 4-win advantage to be able to clinch playoffs right now. And we'll discuss later what that means next week. Well, I won't discuss it later today, but we'll discuss it next week in the next playoff picture. Austin can not clinch, but he can be eliminated. If he loses his match, he is eliminated from playoffs. Or if myself and Jamesy both win, he is also eliminated from playoffs. Because either way, he would be 4 wins out with 3 games left to play, and that would officially eliminate him from playoffs. Tiff and Calgary Flareons could not clinch nor be eliminated. Shade and the Calgary Town Flames, same scenario. Dom has the same scenario as Austin, where if he loses, he's out, and if myself and Jamesy both win, then he's also out. Just because of this, he's sitting at the same wins as Austin, so we just went over this. It's not really much to talk about there. Jamesy cannot clinch, Matt cannot clinch or be eliminated. Same with Hamu. Cade can, if he wins, he will not. He will clinch playoffs if he wins. He can clinch playoffs if Tiff loses, because then, again, the final playoff team. Wait, why does that matter? I don't know why that matters, actually. Why would it matter if the Calgary Flareons lose? Well, he's already got a 5-game lead over Hamu, so I guess that's probably why. So doesn't he just clinch overall then? I think he's already clinched. Um, I could be wrong, but I think Cade might have already clinched actually. My math might be really weird. I was really tired when I tried doing all this math, but if he's 8-0, Calgary Flareons are at 4-4 and they're the last seeds. The playoff basement's already 4 wins away from him, and outside of playoffs is 5 wins away from him. So he's already clinched playoffs. I'm stupid. He's already clinched playoffs. That was dumb. Kate, if you're watching this, you've already clinched playoffs, and I'll actually just make an announcement saying that you've already clinched playoffs because I'm stupid, and I'm going to get someone to fact check this after I'm done recording, but there you go. So Cade can clinch his division if he wins and the Pittsburgh Piplups lose. That would give him a 4-game buffer over Hayden with 3 games to go, and he would then clinch his division. Um, he can also clinch first place in the conference if he wins, the UNC Wingles lose and the Pittsburgh Piplups lose, because then he would also have a 4-game buffer over everybody in the conference with 3 games to go. So look out for that. Cade's going to be hungry for a win because if he wins and that scenario happens, he has nothing to play for the last 3 weeks, which is hilarious, and it could happen once again. Myself, I have nothing going for me this week. I'm part of a game that matters because I play Cade, but I don't have any clinching or elimination scenarios this week. It's definitely possible for my playoff chances to increase substantially if both Austin and Dom lose this week. Then there's only 5 teams fighting for 4 playoff spots, and my record is good enough that I would be very close to locking in a playoff spot. Anyways, Moral and the Philadelphia Peaches again can't be eliminated or clinch. Neither can Hayden. Sorry, Magic was previously eliminated in week 8, and I discussed this earlier. Ben has the same clinching scenario as Jed does this week. If he hits 8 wins and the Calgary Talonflames lose just on the outskirts of playoffs, he will clinch a playoff spot, cannot be eliminated. Jay and the UNC Wingles can't be eliminated, and there's an elimination scenario here for Ace. If he loses, he is out. If Tiff and the Calgary Flareons win and the playoff basement is now at 5 wins, then Ace can also not hit 5 wins with 4 games left. But if he loses, it doesn't matter the result of Tiff's game because he would still be 4 wins out of a playoff spot with only 3 games to go. So that is how Ace is eliminated. So despite my bungle and all of me, mincing my words and stuff like I normally do, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And there will be playoff pictures in the future each week. And hopefully I get all my scenarios correct instead of messing up in the middle of the video again. But there you go. Enjoy and see you guys next week.